In all honesty, it doesn't really get any better than what you saw out of the Broncos for a preseason game. What's going on? It's DMac SMaK. Man, loaded show. Plus details of the crazy Rocky series against the Diamondbacks. Scotty Scheffler, whoa, Dylan Gabriel throwing Shedeur under the bus. And yeah, tons of sound from a remarkable win for the Broncos. And I get it. It's preseason. What does it all matter? But there's something about this Broncos team that just we have not seen in a long, long time. All those details coming up. I can't wait to get into it with plenty of praise for our guy, Jarrett Stidham. But we thank our great friends at Journey Spice. Journey Spice, their QR code is right here. Goes to Amazon.com where you can save 10% by using the code 10Nuggets. It's amazing. It's delicious. It's great for the environment. It's Journey Spice, where you can use it on every single dish you can imagine. And it doesn't matter if it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, pasta, fish, everything is better with Journey Spice. We use Journey Spice on literally everything we cook in the McKee households because we absolutely love it. It's absolutely delicious, and you can't do better for yourself than Journey Spice. More on Journey Spice in a little bit, but as always, right next to me. Jarrett Stidham in 2 preseason games. You ready for some of these numbers? Am I ready for some of these numbers? 30 of 38 for 376 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, and a 143.0 quarterback rating, which is close to perfect. Wow, wow, wow. On Saturday night, Stidham, granted, playing against the twos, but so what? 16 of 23, 240 yards, 2 touchdowns, 132.5 rating, no interceptions, no sacks. Incredible. Incredible night by Stidham. And Ehlinger was fine too. Actually, more than fine. 14 of 16 for 162 yards. Should have had a touchdown pass. Pre-scoring fumbles at the 1-yard line. Felt bad for that young man. Should have been in, didn't get there. They also went forward on a 4th down. That would have been an easy field goal. They did get a field goal. So it was a little bit of a deceptive production half for the Broncos. It could have easily been another 10 points. And if Lutz can bang that 64-yarder in at the end of halftime, that's another 3 points on top of that. So, so 13, another 16 points. So it could have easily been 43-7. 43-7. And for the second game in a row, the Broncos allow a touchdown on the opening drive, and that's it for the rest of the game defensively. So not only was the offense superior, the defense was incredible. And I understand it's the Cardinals' backups, but that tells the tale of the incredible depth of the Denver Broncos. So this is not a team that's going to just lean on one individual. They've got an entire team. They got depth. Injuries suck. I hated seeing Frank Gargiulo go down. Got close to saying his name right. That sucked. Seems like a great guy, one of Bo's better friends, and he's out for the year, unfortunately. Sorry to hear that. They did sign a fullback, James Prentice, who went to CSU and South Carolina and was with the Saints because Burton has a slight hamstring injury. So they want themselves a fullback. There are things they want to do with a fullback, and they signed this Prentice guy. So Burton, I have no idea how. Maybe the hamstring injury is actually pretty bad. Who knows? But you don't sit around and wait around. The total offense for the Broncos, 562 to 135. I mean, are you kidding me? 395 passing yards to 99. 167 rushing yards to 36. This was unbelievable. Too many penalties, granted, but referees throw flags left and right. 11 penalties for 75 yards. That's not great. And they got a turnover in there because they lost a fumble. And that was pre-scoring at the goal line. So it's not like the fumble turned into anything. It's just kind of like, just a little frustrating. Time in possession, 35 minutes, 25 minutes. I mean, this was, I don't know, man. It was incredible. 5 of 11 for third down, 1 of 2 on fourth down, 2 of 13 for the Cardinals. This was 72 plays to 47. Hey, man, I know it's a preseason game, but you don't really get a better preseason game. Look what the Bills getting waxed by the Bears, and McDermott's like, hey, this doesn't live up to our standards. I mean, that's not going on. It was awesome. It was a great night. So let's hear from some of the participants. Here's our guy, Jarrett Stidham, who the morning show has dubbed a very attractive man. Indeed.
How much fun was it to do that in front of this home crowd that seemed to be loving on you tonight?
Yeah, no, it's obviously great. It's obviously great to be back in front of the home crowd, the best fans in football. And luckily, we were able to put up some points tonight and move the football. And everybody that played tonight, offense, defense, special teams, just played really complimentary, and we had a lot of fun.
Troy Franklin, Pat Bryant, what'd you see from them?
I mean, they're doing great. They're playing with so much more confidence. Troy coming from last year to this year, and then obviously Pat. He's a young dude, so he's just getting his feet wet a little bit, but he's playing with more confidence. Each time he gets out there, and really proud of those guys, and proud of the whole offense.
Jared, thanks.
Pat Bryant, 4 catches for 70 yards. Troy Franklin, 4 for 67 and 2 touchdowns. Listen, man, very, very quickly, Troy Franklin's becoming the number 2 receiver on this team next to Courtland Sutton. And even Evan Engram, who I like that they played, even though they didn't play the starters, and he clearly is a starter. 1 catch for 58 yards on 1 target, just enough to get him into the mix. Okay, that looks good. Let's get him out of there. We're fine. I liked it. And Sean did explain that, hey, we played some of the starters. Well, we'll get to that here in just a little bit. More from Jarrett Stidham. Davis Webb was calling the plays, as Joe Lombardi was in the first game. Love that.
If you're a coach and you want to be a play caller in this league, I mean, when you get your first opportunity, it's a big deal. So, honestly, we were super, super proud of him, super happy for him. He's an incredible coach, and he's going to be an incredible coach for a very long time in this league. And I've been fortunate to be around, some of the greats. And I mean, Davis, he's amazing, and I can't speak highly enough about him. And I wasn't really sure how it was going to go, because we only did, I guess, practice yesterday with him calling it in the headset and stuff. But just seeing how he flowed within the game, and it was really fun. And, like I said, he's got a bright future for sure.
Pretty cool, right? I mean, what's not cool here? Everything's damn cool. Let's talk about the receivers. Again, Troy Franklin, who's had, you know what? There's a lot of guys who have had a really good preseason and training camp. Troy Franklin, who was getting yelled at constantly last year and just couldn't really get going. Wow with Troy Franklin. Because not only does he have the same speed as Marvin Mims, but the dude is 6'3". It's awesome to see.
Troy, tell us about each touchdown. The first one, sideline and go.
Yeah, I was just out and up, and the ball found me, made a play.
And then the second one, 50-50.
And then that one, kind of knew I was going to get the ball because he was pressed up. Had a conversion rule there, and made another play.
How about Stidham? Here's a guy who didn't really take a meaningful snap all of last year, and he's just been dealing.
Yeah, I think he's out there performing, doing well. Doing what we all know he can do, and helping us out for sure. So.
Thank you to our friends from 9 News and the intrepid Scotty Gange, along with Michael Kliss, for all of that. Meanwhile, Pat Bryant is proving that, hey, speed, whatever. I mean, he's okay, but he's not a burner. But if you can get open, you can get open. There's a lot of incredible receivers in the NFL that haven't been the fastest guys there. But if you can find a way to get open and you can catch the ball, a lot of incredible things can happen. And right now, a lot of incredible things are happening with Pat
Feel
Bryant.
for you today.
Felt great, man. Getting a lot more touches than I did last game. Really just, with the vets being out, just taking advantage of that opportunity, going out there, playing with some of the ones just a little bit and just getting a feel for the game.
It looked like you had so much fun out there, too. I mean, Troy's making plays, Evan's making plays, you are. I mean, it's awesome, right?
Yeah, I mean, just with a talented group like that, man, we just go out there. End of the day, it's football, man. Just go out there, have fun. That's what they preach to us all the time. But surrounding yourself with guys like that, seeing them make plays, it just make you want to go out there and make plays as well.
Unfortunately, these games don't count to your overall record, now 2-0, but I've got to believe the confidence is pretty high for you.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's a game, man. As a competitor, you want to win any game, when you're going against somebody else. But, like Coach Payton says, it's just a step to, where we want to go. So, in order to have success in the regular season, it steps to it. So, just being in preseason, getting the young guys ready for when their opportunity show up, they can take advantage of it.
Pat.
Okay. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I don't think Sean Payton betrayed anybody's I don't think he fibbed about not playing starters. He didn't play starters, but there were a handful of guys that just needed some work to get in there. Here is Sean explaining what was going on.
I think we had 3 or 4 guys that were going to be 8-snap guys. So Ingram had give or take. Troutman was, we were working to get him 8 snaps. Burton was going to be one of those guys, but his injury obviously kept that from happening. I think on defense we might have had. So we identified 5 players. You had 2 phases, but then within those 2 phases, we identified 5 players that, man, I wanted to get Ingram some touches. And also that was a position group with a few nicks where you're going to pretty soon, if you just don't even play those guys, you're going to be asking, 2 guys to play a lot of snaps. So we had a few of those guys.
Broncos got off to a fast start and they just stayed there. And it could have even, like I said, without Prescore's fumble and you hit a couple of field goals instead of going 4 on 4, whatever. This was an ass kicking. And I do not know. And I do get it. I do get it. I understand all of it with the preseason and it's the Cardinals and it's but the Broncos are going to have a few of these games this year. They're going to have a few boring. We got out to an early lead and it just stayed there and other teams can't come back on them. If the Broncos offense can get off to a relatively quick start, it is going to be so difficult to come back on this defense because it becomes so much more predictable what you have to do. Coming from behind or playing even is, always touch and go and more difficult. And then there'll be plenty of close games. It's the NFL after all. But there'll be a few of these like, okay, this game was bop, this game was that. And I think 2 of those games are going to come in the first 2 weeks against Tennessee and against Indy. I think not only do I think they're going to win, I think they're going to win relatively easily. In terms of just getting guys going, it was great to see Evan Engram take a little crossing pattern for big yards.
It was incredible, man. From literally us running out of the tunnel to the end of the game. It's just incredible energy. It had us going. For it to be a preseason game, for the energy to be like this, I was in awe all night. I can't wait for week 1.
It's pretty awesome. After the touchdown in the first drive, I saw you run over to Troy Franklin and just pointed at him and you dapped him up. What was that all about?
He had the block to spring me on the long run I had, long catch and run. A huge play for him. I mean, I saw it happen. That play doesn't happen without that block. So receivers, you block, the ball's going to find you. For him to score to finish the drive was awesome.
How confident are you in this unit right now?
We still got a lot of work to do. I love our energy. I love our work ethic. I love our attention to detail, but there's still a lot of things we got to clean up. And that's just our mentality is how good can we be? We just got to keep working.
Let's talk about the running back situation because I think it's going to be bad news for Audric Estime. Now, he did have the most carries I take that back. Actually, Blake Watson had the most. But Estime 9 for 22.2, not good. There wasn't a dynamic moment. Jalil only had 3 carries, but he broke off a 35-yarder. He averaged 16 yards per carry on his 3 touches. It looks like Blake Watson and Estime, who took up the majority of the carries later in the game, are on borrowed time here. And it is what it is. This is what you get with depth. And the Broncos will have good guys even on their practice squad. We'll see. I mean, how many running backs you keeping? RJ Harvey, 3 carries for 18 yards. I mean, that's not a lot, but it's 6 yards per carry. SMA is just not dynamic for whatever reason. And Harvey has the potential and could be, and Harvey had a touchdown as well. So the running back competition, they can go light on running backs. They can only carry 3 running backs and a fullback. That's fine. There is no need for them to carry 4 running backs. And I would rather see them carry the 6 wide receivers because then you keep all your core guys, including Vele. I'd rather see that than 4 running backs. You don't need to. And if you lose a guy, well, I mean, okay, fine. If they choose to go to another practice squad, it just ain't that big of a deal. And your 3rd running back, to me, it'd be Jaleel McLaughlin. But whatever. I mean, however you feel about it. But there's no reason to carry 4 and a fullback. That's stupid. And it's very apparent the Broncos have plans for a fullback doing fullback sort of things. I kind of roll my eyes at it, but they like it and they're going to do it. So who am I to argue just to say that there's no reason to keep 4, especially when you can keep 6 wide receivers. And you don't even need to keep 3 quarterbacks. If Ellinger does get signed by another team, okay. But you can clearly just put him on practice squad as well. So there's a way to build this roster and keep the guys that you really need to keep. Here is Sean Payton on the running back situation.
All of them I thought played well, which I don't know if it clears up our but I thought we got into the defense. We got downhill into the defense a number of times. RJ's touchdown. I thought for the most part, and I thought as the game wore on, our down and distances, our 3rd downs were much more favorable than theirs, and I think that's going to. I'm sure it had a lot to do with the conversion rate as well.
Coach, you mentioned.
Okay. See, you can tell even the clearing of the throat, it's awkward. It's a tough situation. I think they really like their guys, rightfully so. So I get it, man. You don't want to bum anybody out, but the reality is quickly coming upon them.
Yeah, the plan was early on, it was RJ. And then it was going to be RJ, obviously Bidet was going to get work, then Jaleel, Audric, and then Blake. We knew we wanted 2/3 of the game to get to Blake and Audric. And I think we were able to accomplish that. Now, again, it's not an exact science, but those guys got a lot of work. And I thought they did a good job with their opportunities.
Yeah, they got a lot of work because you were kicking their ass and there was, whatever. We're just trying to ride the game out. We're not trying to do anything really dynamic in those situations. And by that indication, it seems like Bidet is actually ahead of Jaleel. Maybe he is. And whatever the Broncos want to do on this, they know the situation better than any of us. For me, it's kind of a push. I'm not going to, stamp my feet and, make a hissy fit out of anything because they're in such great shape. It'll be Dobbins and Harvey for the most part. And if it's Bidet, fine. And, it's the running back position. Guys, unfortunately, get injured all the time. Listen, they're in a good position. And it's great to see RJ Harvey having a great time and seeing him get a touchdown and playing in front of, I think it was 65,000 fans. Pretty good. Really good for a preseason game.
Did it hit you tonight?
Yeah, it hit me. It was a lot of people in them stands, more than I'm used to. UCF, they only hold like 40,000 people. It was a lot of people in the stadium tonight, so glad I could score in front of everybody.
You were pretty chill when you scored. Are you going to try to think of some sort of touchdown dance or celebration for when it happens in the regular season?
Yeah, I got something coming for the regular season. Okay. Just wait for it.
A little sneak peek or anything like that?
Nah, not yet. I gotta see it.
How is it working with this offense? I mean, we get to see Evan Ingram get 58 yards to start things out. Troy Franklin's looking good. I mean, your confidence with this team, what is it like?
Yeah, it's amazing. This whole team is filled with amazing players. And we're real deep everywhere. And, I'm just so excited to work every day with everybody. I get along with everybody. Everybody got a great connection. And, it's just a blessing. I play for the Denver Broncos.
It's fun to see.
Okay. Well, we're happy to have you, RJ. And many, many big things. Listen, I've said incredible good things. There must be something bad to say. Can't think of anything right now. Is it weird to be so optimistic at this time of year? Maybe, and I get it. It's preseason. But fun. Broncos practiced yesterday. They have today off. Sean said we're going in pads on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Then they travel to New Orleans and have an early morning game on Saturday to wrap up the preseason where the starters will play 8, 9, 10 plays. We'll see how things go, and that's fine. No problems with that whatsoever. They need to get their work into. And don't forget, you have a 2-week break before the first game of the season. So this would normally be the third preseason game in which the starters would normally play 3/4 of the game. So it's no big deal that the starters are just doing what starters normally do in preseason. None whatsoever. And if other teams just don't want to play their guys at all, I mean, so be it. It's working for the Broncos. It's awesome to see. I have Dylan Gabriel shitting on Shedeur. We'll have that just in a little bit. Plus, remarkable Rockies, Scotty Scheffler, all sorts of cool things. Just going through some of your comments really quick. I'm going to be in the hospital while my wife is giving birth. Wow. That's awesome. When did DMac SMaK start back up? I've been doing DMac SMaK since May. But I'm glad to have you here, Kevin. Appreciate it. You're the best. DMac, keep up the great work. My pleasure. Right on. DMac, I'm at Rose. 4th baby about to be delivered. Have some time to well, you'll have to give it. Wait. All right. Okay. Well, let us know. Congratulations. We had both of our kids at Porter Hospital in Denver, and Rose is a wonderful facility too. No doubt about it. I expect the Rockies will end up with at least 42 wins. We'll get to the Rocks here in a second. DMac's 30-minute show here. Might be a little bit longer today. Great way to start the day. Love it. And he talks with us via the chat. You got it, Joey. The altitude show he has with Scott and Tyler should talk with the chat. You know, I have the chat up, Joey. I do. I promise you I do. It's just, we have so much going on there. DMac's the best with that. Oh, wow. You guys are so nice. Appreciate it. You guys are really nice. Thank you today. Caleb Williams had a field day against the Bills backups. That should be the expectation for against the Saints. Listen, it's only going to be 8 to 10 plays for Knicks, but yes, the Saints are so bad. So yes, the expectation is Bo Nix should have no problem leading a touchdown drive or 2, depending on how long it takes to drive against the Saints. Yes. If he doesn't, okay. If you want a little drama, if Bo doesn't light up the Saints, it'll be disappointing. Good morning to you, Steve. Let's see here. You guys are talking back and forth to each other. That's fine. I appreciate it. How come no CU-CSU game till 2029? I couldn't agree with you more, Joey. I don't know. I think that sucks. I think that's I don't know why they don't play every year. All right. After hearing so many reports of how mediocre the Broncos offense, I'm worried, and if we don't look good against the Saints, I think I'm going to hit the panic button. No need, my friend. It's looking great. Vuelta in 6 days. We'll get back to bike racing. I love it, Huey. No doubt. I'll definitely be. I don't think Pogacar, though, is going to race the Vuelta. So I guess Vingegaard has a decided advantage there. But, yeah, I'll watch that. I got Peacock. Okay, let's move on to some other weird stuff, and we'll get to the Rockies here in a second. So hang in there. But first, this from Journey Spice.
There's a world of flavor out there. And to find it, you have to take the journey. Journey Spice Company handcrafts the most premium spice and seasoning blends that have no sugar, no salt, are certified USDA organic, non-GMO, vegan-friendly, and always planet-friendly. You are going to love serving amazingly delicious creations while knowing you helped reduce single-use plastics. Make sure to search for Journey Spice Company on Amazon today.
If you like this show and you trust my advice, you'll get some Journey Spice for your life. Just go to Amazon.com. Like they said, I'll give you the QR code one more time. It's right there. So hit that QR code, takes you right to where you need to go. And without sponsors like Journey Spice, you don't even have what we got going on here. So they are that important. Thank you, Journey Spice. Dylan Gabriel is a quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. He's one of 22 quarterbacks that they have. With Shedeur Sanders being hurt with an oblique strain, he didn't play. Dylan Gabriel played. He was all right. Nothing special. And here he is shitting on Shedeur.
It's just part of it. You know, there's entertainers and there's competitors. And I totally understand that. And my job is to compete. And that's what I'm focused on doing. Of course, we're doing this mid-game, but, you know, it's something that I'll get used to and just want to be the best team that I can and create an environment where we can all go do our best work. That's all we want to do.
Yeah, there's entertainers and then there's competitors. Okay. You know, the person to blame for this is the Cleveland Browns themselves. This is ridiculous. Now, guys do get hurt and you have to be ready to go. They are a dumb organization and they deserve every dumb thing that happens to them. Why the Saints didn't draft Shedeur and they have Tyler Shuck and Spencer Rattler, and I have no idea. I have no idea why the Raiders didn't draft Shedeur. But he deserves better than this bullshit situation that's going on in Cleveland with his miniature little companion there talking about competitors and entertainers. Dude. Okay, I mean, whatever. I'm definitely a Shedeur fan, not a Browns fan. So I don't care how the team goes. I just feel bad that Shedeur is stuck in this crap hole situation. So hopefully he feels better and plays at some point, because I have no doubts Shedeur Sanders will be a better NFL quarterback than Dylan Gabriel. That being said, when you see what Jarrett Stidham did, there's no doubt right now. I mean, no doubt. It's not even close that Jarrett Stidham is miles ahead of Shedeur Sanders. No doubts about it. Of course he is. Shedeur is still a rookie just getting his feet wet, and who knows what opportunities he will even be given. So to develop as a quarterback sometimes takes a lot of time. I'm telling you, Stidham could start for, I don't know, 12 to 13 teams right now. He'd be the best quarterback on those rosters. Stidham right now is probably, he's really good. He's really good. And like the morning show established just a few minutes ago, incredibly good looking. We'll talk about all of it today from noon to 3 with Tyler Columbus and Scott Hastings as we talk about football all the time on Altitude Sports Radio. We love football. The Rockies had a remarkable weekend over the Diamondbacks. They won 3 out of 4. They came from behind in every damn game. They are resilient like you can't believe. I got to get these numbers right for you because there's some crazy numbers in terms of how they overcome. Hold on a second. The Rockies notched, this is Patrick Saunders, their fourth 5-run comeback win of the season, scoring 2 in the 7th, 6 in the 8th. Their 4 comeback wins after trailing by 5+ runs are the most in the majors. I mean, it's crazy stuff like this with the Rockies. Absolutely crazy. However, that being said, the fans aren't apparently that stupid like I accused them of. Sunday's attendance, 22,895. The Rockies are down 2,000 per game at this point compared to last year. It's the 6th largest dip in the MLB this season. So as great as Coors Field is and as well as they're playing, well, we'll see. But starting tonight, they have a 4-game set against the Dodgers. And Shohei is scheduled to pitch on Wednesday night. So we'll see. And the Dodgers have been like spiraling. So 1 win against the Dodgers would be fine by me. Hey, listen, they are 7 wins. They have 35 wins. They are 7 wins away from 7 wins away from hitting 42. That's the magic number to not be the worst team in the world. Bud Black only won 6 games, and he was the coach from late March, April, and basically halfway through May. And the dude was like 6-43, something like that. So the Rockies only had 4 wins in the month of April. But like I just said, they've won 5 of their last 6 games after losing 8 in a row and have been much more successful with Warren Schaefer. Tyler Freeman said that after the All-Star break, they had a big, come to Jesus meeting and was very honest and frank about, putting the first half away. And they played like that, especially to start. And then they just sort of kind of wilted. And they seemed to wilt a little bit after Ryan McMahon and the trade deadline, Jake Bird and Kinley. So I think they missed a little bit of their veteran leadership. And then Arcia was hurt, and so was Estrada, and just like, and they played like that. But they have snapped out of it significantly. So good for Warren Schaefer, good for the Rockies. You have 7 games to not be the worst team of all time. And yesterday, Juan Mejia, and Bodnick had been great as a closer, but he was down. It's like, you can't close every single game because they were comebacks, but they were close games too against the Diamondbacks. So they're up 6-4. And then Mejia ended up, got guys on base, gave up a run at 6-5. Actually, Tyler Freeman made a nice catch there in right field. If that ball drops, the Rockies probably lose their lead. Anyways, he made the nice catch to score a run, but you got runners on 6 and 3rd, and you got an interesting situation that we'll get to with Schaefer. Okay, Marte's up, and he was pinch hitting, so he's hitting the 9th spot, but he's one of the best hitters in the league. And so, do you walk him or not? Actually, you know what? I'll get to Schaefer right now. 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs, first base open. What do you do?
You've got first base open, Marte up, Perdomo on deck. Can you talk about going with Marte in that matchup and then what you saw for what was a pretty wild final out?
It's an extremely hard decision there. It basically comes down to give Juan some wiggle room with Marte. If you put Marte on, bases loaded, he's got no wiggle room. He's got to throw strikes. You can pitch Marte a little carefully there. If you put him on, those guys are equally as dangerous in my mind. Equal. If it's Perdomo, then Alexander, it's an easy one. But, yeah, that one, a tough decision, but just give Juan a little wiggle room. Oh.
Okay, so here we go. Under that explanation, yeah, I like it. You can sort of be crafty around Marte. You don't have to throw him strikes, balls down the middle. It's risky because if you make a mistake, there's runners on 2nd and 3rd. You make a mistake, base hit. Now you're losing the game, and bum. This is how the game ended. Remarkable play. I've never ever seen this before in baseball. Let me play that for you again. Now understand, Ritter could have caught the ball from 2nd. Burnable could have easily caught the ball. And by the way, this is the 2nd time Burnable has had a collision. He was playing 3rd base and had a collision with Hunter Goodman on a pop-up. Burnable needs to talk a little bit, but who would think that the pitcher would be this aggressive going after? Oh my God. I think Mejia was just milking it a little bit. I think he was having some fun. Here is Ritter with Spilly after the game.
When you see your teammate on the ground like that, he had his eyes closed. That's his first career save as well. What did you say? I saw you run right in.
Well, it was just like, all right, where's the ball at? And it was in the glove, so I was like looking at him like, is he okay? And it was good. I think he was faking it for a little bit, but he's a tough man, so I was sick.
Last 2 series the Rockies have won. You came in 8th inning, huge at bat with the bases loaded. What was going on through your mind in that approach?
Yeah, I was trying to stay through the ball. I knew threw me like 2 fastballs, and then I was expecting an off speed and stay with it, don't fall off of it.
For this group, how important has it been to just kind of keep this winning way? Are you guys finding ways to win?
Yeah, it's important to get like close games, and then we keep stacking those days, and then we feel like we could start winning. So that's what a day like today was.
Awesome day. Awesome. All right, more reaction to the Mejia play. Here is Schaefer.
I mean, I've never seen anything like that. Well, Juan wanted it. He didn't want that ball to drop. He just loved to see the want to there, to get the game done with. But probably a lack of communication, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, you think? Pretty funny. And then he was asked, do you have any advice for him?
Yeah, honestly, I don't think that play will ever happen again in his career, if I'm being honest. So I'm just gonna give him a big hug and praise him for that one. It was an unbelievable play to finish the game. A pitcher being that athletic to be able to do that, that was cool.
How much fun for you and
Yeah, very cool. And it probably will never happen again. Braxton Fulford, who was catching while Hunter Goodman had the day off. Hunter Goodman pinch hitting, got hit by a pitch, and then was immediately replaced by Kyle Karros as a pinch runner. So he was in there for like a pitch. Okay. But Fulford had a great view of everything that was going on.
Well, I mean, he's got really good stuff. So I know get a few guys on. It's not ideal, but he's got the stuff to get out of the inning. And then when Marte coming up, I knew he could be dangerous. He's going to be swinging. And he hit through the pitch, right where we wanted it, tied him up. That ball I thought Ritter was going to catch, actually. But, I mean, you saw how good of an athlete Mejia is. He went up and caught it like Air Jordan or something.
Did you have the sense, like, nice catch, and then, oh, God, because he was just laying there?
Yeah, I thought he took, like, a shoulder to the ribs, like, broken ribs. I was a little scared for him.
Take me through with Senzatella.
Okay. One more from Fulford. Listen, it's great to see young guys come up. And you know what, man? I like 3-0 swings. I do. And Fulford got a huge hit on a 3-0 pitch.
For you in the 8th inning, get a 3-0 count. What was the decision right there to go ahead and swing?
I knew he had the lead, and I faced Beeks a week or so ago. I knew exactly what he had. I'm pretty sure he was coming with a heater, and I know I can do damage, so I was ready to get my swing off. Thought it was a good time to do it.
How often do you swing 3-0?
I actually had one earlier this year in AAA, and I hit a homer on it, so the confidence was there for sure.
When Mejia comes in,
Love that, man. I absolutely love it. I love being aggressive. I love the mindset. 7 games. I mean, you got 38 games left. It should be easy at this point to win 7 out of 38. And other teams are going to be, their seasons are going to be over and they're not going to have the same intensity. It's crazy that the Rockies could be so far in last place, but yet they have so much to play for. And Warren Schaefer knows that.
Every game, the offense kind of chip away and find ways to get runs. I mean, obviously that 7th inning, he had a couple hit by pitches, but guys giving control at bats in it. And really all 3 games you won.
Yeah, I love it. I'm just so proud of the guys, man. I mean, these guys, all we've gone through this year in terms of all these losses that we've had, to just keep going and play with emotion and energy every night. They never quit. They never quit. That's them. I mean, that's just who they are. This is such a fun team to manage, man. It's just a blast to manage those guys because they always think they're going to come back. What more can you ask for?
And Shave, to piggyback on that, early in the season,
I mean, that's pretty remarkable, don't you think? All right. I'm kind of digging them these days. What can I tell you? They've sucked me back in. I am a moron. I am so dumb. Their plus-minus run differential is minus 327. They're 35 and 89, and I'm pulling for them hard every single game. And this set against the Dodgers, the Dodgers are in first place by 2 games over the Padres at 71 and 53. But in the last 10 games, the Dodgers and the Rockies have the same record, both 5-5. Both 5-5. It'll be interesting. And like I said, Shohei on the bump Wednesday. So I haven't gone to a lot of Rockies games, but I went last year to watch Shohei, and it was awesome. And I think I'll try to get down there on Wednesday night as a fan to watch Shohei Ohtani, who is one of my favorite players, even though he plays for the Dodgers and gets in trouble with gambling and real estate scams. But I'm proud of the Rockies. I am, man. It's been fun to watch. Really fun to watch. And when you see remarkable things, it's like, that's so... Dude was like floating in the air when he was taken out by Burnable. Remarkable. All right. Moments of Zen will come up here in just a second. Let me look at a few more comments. And I'll work backwards a little bit. I'm not a fan of Gabriel kid. He got into politics, and I just want to pay attention to sports, not what some punk 20-year-old thinks about the real world of which he has no idea. I don't know anything about that. Politics? I have no clue, but I'll take your word for it. Remember, Gabriel played at Oregon, and their head coach, Dan Lanning, drove the play for clicks, not wins narrative. That's what Gabriel takes from that. That is also Bo Nix's coming out. Bud Black would not have the team playing this competitive. Correct. You are right about that. And that's what I was screaming for the better part of 2 years, that there's more here for this team. And Bud Black would just be like, oh, that's baseball. And everybody, there's nothing you can do. And I would watch every game for the past 2 years. And I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? There's plenty you can do. There's loads that you can do. But I've been proven right about Bud Black. Is Warren Schaefer the answer? Possibly. He has ridden the roller coaster this year. Get to the 42 wins and let's talk. And the sooner you get there, the better. And we can have a conversation about it. Right now, I would say no. I would still say no. But it's getting closer. Somewhat closer. Okay. Moments of Zen as we wrap things up. And thanks to our great friends at Journey Spice. Save yourself 10%. It's been going down here the whole time by using the code 10nuggets at Amazon.com. We love you, Journey Spice. You are such the best. And if you're just tuning into this now, go back. Go back to the beginning of DMac SMaK. And I spent a lot of time talking about the Broncos. You can see that for yourself at your own convenience. Isn't the internet wonderful? Even though I know, it's just sadly a dumb little internet show.
Gosh, your own little internet shows are driving me crazy. Listen.
Okay. Moments of Zen. Scotty Scheffler tied up with some dude, never even heard of him before, but did this on the 71st hole of the BMW that's played not in Colorado. And because it's not in Colorado, it sucks. It was awesome last year having the BMW here. Anyways, this is incredible. So good for Nikola Jokic, and good for you for watching, and good for our great friends at Journey Spice, who I love. They're the best. I hope you all have a great day. I can't wait to talk more about everything. The conversation doesn't end on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5. Go there now. Make sure you like and subscribe. That would really help the channel. We appreciate you watching. DMac SMaK returns on Thursday at 7:30 a.m. Y'all have a great day. Kick it in the teeth.